All right, so today we'll go over the best and the worst stocks in crypto and how to get great returns without gambling. All right, and I'll just look at a few things and we will make sure you are equipped to invest. If your portfolio's down, you could, you know, get rid of some stuff and get some better things. If you're doing pretty good, I would say keep doing what you're doing. You know, teach those you love. You want to see them do good, and you can't help too many people when you get to the top. So you got to teach them how to fish, and y'all could grow together, and life will be beautiful. Best investing tip ever was invest in the best companies in crypto. The best ones, the most valuable ones. um, that are a no-brainer. So some people don't understand that. That's why we're here. We're going to talk about the top BlackRock and Vanguard holdings, like always, the top two cryptos. And if y'all don't know yet, YouTube Ian Dunlap. Watch his most viewed videos, and you'll learn a lot. The problem with my trades, we're going to go over that. And it's safer to hold long term. Just trust the process. All right. This is one of my favorite sites right here, Well Wisdom. This is where I go to see the 13F filings for BlackRock and Vanguard. They update them every three months, so it's every quarter. The problem with that, though, is they have up until 45 days from the quarter ending to make it public so we could view it. So, yes, we are viewing it, and yeah, we're getting it delayed, but the most important thing is you get to see what they're holding. You know what I'm saying? What they bought, what they sold. Hey, let's get into that right now. Now, in the top search bar on wellwisdom.com, you could just start typing in BlackRock, and then once you click on that, the next screen will look like this right here. It'll say BlackRock Inc. at the top. You'll see the summary, the holdings. So top buys, top sales, holdings. I noticed on my phone I had to keep scrolling down. So if you don't see it right away, just keep scrolling down. If an ad pops up, just exit. And these websites that try to make us buy like different versions, so the ads don't pop up, don't waste your time. It's not worth that. You want to utilize most of your money and put it in the market. You don't want to have to pay for something that you get for free or something that you just got to have a little more time. Forget the ads. We're gonna get through it. It's all about the money. Um, so once we click on the top holdings, um, let me see here. My bad, y'all. It should be the next page. All right, right here. So in the top, in the address bar, you'll see the BlackRock Inc. But anyways, this is BlackRock's top holdings. Right here on the left, all the way to the left, you'll see the tickers. So it's good to get to memorize these right here on the left: Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, AVGO, it's Broadcom. This is Google's other one. So Google has two: Eli Lilly, Tesla, Berkshire, B shares. So Berkshire has A shares as well. Okay. United Health Group. So it's kind of like Google and Google. Yeah. United Healthcare, JP Morgan, and so on. But the main one, the higher up, the higher the rank, one, two, three, the more that they hold in their portfolio, um, the percentage of their portfolio. See, this is previous. They used to have more Microsoft, but then last quarter they ended up buying more Apple. So let's see here. There is a lot of money right here, right? There's a lot of shares, and you got the sectors. Another thing you could look at is how much ownership they have in the company. Right here, 6.7%, 7%. It's pretty good. Um, they pretty much own everything, and they're one of the top investing companies. So these are all you need, really. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. What's up with the top two or top three? You know what I'm saying? Those are great companies right there. Amazon, if you wanted four. If you want to stay away from crypto, you're scared of crypto, just stay with these top four. That's like your own, forget S&P. Why don't you just have the big four? And then if something like looks like it's gonna go bad, then just reallocate the money. But the problem with today is these big companies got to study all the mistakes of the old companies. And some of these CEOs have a history of turning things around when things do go bad. Some of them have great minds, to get over whatever they're going through. So if you see that somebody like Mark Zuckerberg in Meta, and you see it crash like crazy, and you believe in that company, you should invest in it when it's at its lowest and when it seems like the scariest and when your stomach's knotted up. Go ahead and throw some more in, and it could rev up and shoot to the top. As long as you're picking a great company, most likely it will do that. Now, there are some that don't do well, and some companies do come to an end, but I'm telling you, if you study some of these companies and their CEOs, there's a reason why there's a lot of money in Apple. There's a reason why they put so much money in Microsoft and Nvidia, more than they put in than Johnson and Johnson down here at the bottom or Costco. So pay attention to that. Let's go to the next slide. Right here, we'll be looking at Vanguards. So we got Vanguard. It kind of looks similar. We have Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Broadcom again. So it kind of looks the same, right? Berkshire Hathaway, Eli Lilly, Tesla. So that's different. Tesla, let's go back. They have Eli Lilly, Tesla, Berkshire on BlackRock. But when you look at Vanguard, they have Berkshire first, then Eli Lilly, then Tesla. So it would have been Berkshire, Eli Lilly, Tesla. So yep, those there are slight differences, and then you'll see some different companies, Home Depot. But my main thing is what's at the top. What are they holding the most of? And next, and if you don't want to invest, but you're interested in learning, and you just think, all right, I got time to learn, and then maybe I could invest later. A lot of friends tell me that. Like right now, I ain't got it. I'm gonna save up money, and then we'll get into it. All right, perfect. So for the time being, you could follow those companies and charts, especially when you see them go down, and that'll be cool. It'd be like, aha, I didn't invest, but then what if they come back? So keep watching them, at least within 2 to 3 years, you know. Sometimes you'll see some bad crashes. Some crashes are like, it seems like once in a lifetime, but yeah, you'll see them. Let me see. But you're gonna be mad when you miss your opportunity. But yeah, it's good to learn though, before you just hop in, I guess, Take it how you want it. It's your journey. Well, wisdom, BlackRock. All right, let's get out of here. Let's talk about the top cryptos. All right. So this is coinmarketcap.com. You could go here, you can see the trending coins. Be very, very careful. You can see the market caps and the fear and greed index is up. When it's fearful in the red, that's when you should buy too. But anyways, um 50% off from the highs or lower. Those are amazing prices to get in. Bitcoin is 102,000, yeah. Ethereum's 3,874. So those are the top two coins. Those will be the safest, and they do grow time over time. And I would advise if you don't know how to invest, but you're like, I'm investing, but I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna do it. All right, go ahead and you could dollar cost average. You could put it in Bitcoin all the time. And then if you can't put nothing in one week, oh well. But the next week, all right, you can. That's just how it is sometimes. Or you could really learn the charts and you could see when the best times get in are, because it is better when it dips, when it goes through the crypto winter after these big peaks. So when it does dip real low, it's good to get in and then see those amazing returns. And I have a great feeling now that the whole world is getting in on crypto. They've been getting in. They just weren't making it public like now. And Trump was really pushing it to push his campaign. But anyways, it was gonna get blow up anyways, even without Trump. Without, didn't matter. There was probably just gonna be more regulations. Now they're trying to loosen up, make everybody more comfortable, make America one of the top holders of Bitcoin. Also, they do like the American made coins over all the other coins, which does make sense. Like, it's kind of scary. Y'all want to get in some China coins. Like, just look at their stocks. But anyways, right here, we'll have more coins here. So the lower you go, this is a stable coin, number three, Tether. um it stays like the same. It's for you to park your cash. Like if you got out of like you're like, all right, I got enough gains in Bitcoin because you want to take profits. You don't want to try to guess the tops. If you're first time investing, once you get some profits, lock it in. I say anything above 10%, Sometimes you'll in crypto you'll get hundreds of percent, but I want to make sure you get in at the bottoms. So we'll get into that at the end of 2026. You understand? 2026, I'll be going crazy. I'll be posting everything crazy. Like, get in, bye, bye, bye. I'll be going crazy next time, I promise. And I'll make everybody pay attention. But XRP, or you'll block me. XRP, that's a good one. That's one of the ones Trump's son just talked about. So he was at a mo meeting in Abu Dhabi, I think, and they was talking about the American-based cryptos that are going to be supported by the U.S. government. So Solana is a pretty good one that I like, but don't believe in me, just believe in the top two. Don't believe in these could all change down here. One thing that's going to stay top dog is Bitcoin. I don't care if they make a US coin or something. You saw what happened to the US dollar. Sorry, y'all, I'm laying on this bed. But yeah, and I got a bad wrist. Kind of hurts messing around on this computer like this, but it's one of the most comfortable ways. We have Binance coin, we have Dogecoin or BNB, whatever you call it. And USDC is another stable coin like Tether. We have Cardano. So Cardano is something that they look at like XRP, right? So Cardano, anything that's American, like an American born coin. They don't want any weird coins that are from other countries. But I don't say they're weird. I just say, like right now, for instance, India and Africa is projected to do very well. So people are investing over there, whether it's real estate, whether it's in a certain companies out there or certain people. So as that grows, everybody's gonna make money out there. Um, let's take a look. After you done looked at the top two cryptos, you invest in those before anything. And if it goes down, don't worry, just keep on putting more money in. Every 4 years, it's gonna boom. So every election year, let's say at the beginning of the year, um, I don't know how it's gonna do, but by the end of the year, it usually starts pumping on the election year. And then the next year after the election year, it usually makes its all-time highs. And then the next year, it usually starts going down. So at the end of the third year, I mean, this 2 years after the election, so election, then the year it makes all-time high. And then the year after, that third year, You want to try to get it at the end of the year or make lows. And then that fourth year, you want to get ready because it's going to start going up again and it's going to blow past them all-time highs every 4 years. And you're going to be like, damn, should have put more money. So I'm here, I got your back, and we in it together. And we both, no matter what, I'm always going to have that feeling. I wish I put more money. I wish I went and moved my whole family with my mom and dad, and we all strategized, all of our family members, and we all live like I don't want to even go there. I don't even want to say what I was about to say, but live like certain people that's crammed in the house and just put all our money in crypto and blow up. But anyways, let's look at some of the charts of the worst and the best stocks. So one of my things is showing people the worst stocks to stay away from because that's something I didn't really learn. And then when I did hear it, I was already I was I learned them so much in the beginning that I was like, it's these or nothing. So when I was hearing the good information, it was like flying over my head. And I had to make this mistake, and I hope you don't make it. So, Robinhood, for instance, it talks about they have a category called the 100 most popular stocks. And what I did was I put it in order from the lowest to the highest. So I just wanted to show y'all the charts, something like Charge Point. All right, so Charge Point, it IPO'd around 2019 in September. So um, it did open. You'll see up at the top right here. Right here is where it say O for open, H for the highest it went. So that the top of the wick, and then L for the lowest, the bottom of the wick, C for the close, and that's per candle. So right now I'm on the monthly chart, and that's just the highest it went that month and the lowest it was that month. And at the start of the month, if it's a green candle, it started at the bottom, ended at the top. If it's a red candle, at the start of the month, it ended at the top of the candle and then it ended the month at the bottom of the candle. So you'll see those. And if you just got to study candles, if you don't know how to study candles and if you don't understand the charts, I promise you, if you keep looking at them every year and as much as you can't look every day. Some of y'all are very busy, some of y'all are parents, some of y'all have other things that you have to put first, and that is understandable. But I don't want you to lose money here. All right, that's the key thing. All right, so we could see here when this IPO'd, if you bought it, yeah, it did go up 405%. Maybe it comes back one day, but ever since then, it has fell all the way down. So if you bought it at IPO and then held it, it went to 80 negative 87% in the beginning. Now, I think over here, yeah, I do have, if you bought it here at the top, I drew it in red, it's shaded in red, and it says negative 97% loss of your money if you had bought it at the top over here on accident, thinking it was going to run more. Because there was probably news going crazy, like, buy this. It went up big in November and December, and people were screaming, buy it. And then they pulled the rug, and then people stayed in it and thought it was a dip and it was coming back, and then it just hurt them. It went down. So that's how most IPOs work. Most of them, they work like that. Once you learn what's going on in stocks, you'll know if certain IPOs coming. But if you're new to investing, you won't be able to spot which ones are good or not. Ones that I would be looking up forward to are SpaceX, Neuralink, if they ever had one, or um, the other one Elon has. He has one more, I forgot it, but I don't want to spend too much time thinking about things. I want to spend more time on these charts real quick. So let's go back to the list. Second, we have Tilray brands. So TL. RY, and this is Trading View. You could do this on anything, and I like to look at the all chart. It shows us the full chart. I like to pull it down a little bit so I can see the tops of the bars in the beginning. I want to see everything. So if it ran up, I want to see the top of the bar and the lowest. So right here, it started at this orange line. The black line is where it IPO'd. So you'll see the date at the bottom, July 2018. And when it opened at $23. Now it did run up 1,000%, but it's very hard to catch these gains. You never know if an IPO is going to go up or down. Some of them will run down. Some of them will psych you up. They'll go up and then down real bad. This one went up for August, September, October. October, it had went back down and then it just kept going down after that. And then they lost 100% if they got it up here and held it. Like, that's so much money. That's so much money. Hold up. I'm in the negative. Let me go up. It's like right there. 99%, I mean, probably like 98%. But they did, if they bought it at IPO and they held it long term and never sold it and made those, because it only happened in a couple months. Boom, they lost 94%. Now, the thing is, what I was taught, you just want to see a couple seasons, mean a few years. Like give it like 6, 7, 8 years, see what's going on, see how it's moving. But some you'll be like, I know this is gonna be a hit, like SpaceX. It may be overvalued, so when it dips, maybe keep buying if you bought at the wrong price, because people did that same thing with Coinbase. But let's look at some more, guys. SNDL. So this was a weed stock. Let's look at another one for third place for the cheapest stocks. So SNDL here. All right. I can show you how I drew those lines real quick. I'm clicking where the trend lines. We're going to put a vertical. We'll put that right here where it IPO'd at $130. This is what I was talking about earlier. When you never know if IPO is going to go up or if it's going to shoot down. So here is one that shot down. And not only did it shoot down, it went down very, very bad. Boom. Now it did go up here a little bit, so you could have been up a little bit, but boom. That move was so fast, a lot of people, they hurt. They lost over 90%. Some people probably still holding it. Problem is, you should have a stop loss when you get in. At least like this a stock you don't even know about. Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't know it well. But don't give up on trading if you had a rough. Just take notes and try to do better. That's all you can do because this can change your life. This is better than going and buying lottery tickets and those little scratch offs. Cron, another. Wow. The first one was ChargePoint. Supposed to be big in the EV world. Then you got one, two, three weed stocks. Ah, let's go look at Cron. Cron. So again, I'm clicking the all charts because you want to see the whole thing. This one right here, let me make it a little shorter. So you'll know the IPO because it'll have numbers at the top right here. At the top, open, high, low, close. So over here, you'll see it. If you go back another month and you don't see no data, it hadn't IPO'd yet. So you could go ahead, mark a vertical line if you want. But you could see how this shot up from 2016 to February 2019. That was pretty good. And it opened at, what did it open at? 16 cents? Yo, that's crazy. I don't even know if I could get that on here. 16. There goes 4 cents. 9. There goes 15. All right, let's go up. You would have had 1,000, no, 16,000% gain. So maybe it would have been good if you had invested like something you could afford to risk if you want to risk these cheap stocks when they IPO. But the problem is a lot of them could go very bad. And then the people that held this and thought it'd keep going good, it's now down. So yes, it is up from where it IPO'd, and people are up big if they got it when they IPO'd, but a lot of people probably didn't catch it there or hold it. Because after that drop, they probably got sick and left. But as long as they left with profits, um, it's just hard, at least with the better stocks, and we'll go over there soon. Those will help you out along the way. The best stocks, at least if you hold long term, they continue to grow up. There are some people who got locked up, some for something they didn't even do. Luckily, they had investments on the outside working for them, and when they came out, they was set up real nice. They couldn't even believe it. So, but there are some, unfortunately, that lose everything when something bad happens, like a tornado hits your house or a hurricane. So, um, we just got to try to find ways to grow our money easily. And it's putting them in great companies, not these risky ones that I'm showing you. How do I know they're risky? Because they're cheap. Let's go to Plug Power. That's the next one. Look. So this ran up and it IPO'd at, oh, let me click. Oh, snap, guys. This looks scary right here. Horror film. Whoa. Whoa. What the, what in the world? What? Do y'all see that? That was crazy. Hold up. Let me explain this to you. This IPO'd in October 1999. Bam. This went up. What did IPO at? Oh, 157.50. All right. 157. All right, that's 156. It went up at least 894%. Probably a little bit higher than that, probably. But then it came crashing down. Not only did it come, so look, it was at, what was it, 150? Oh man, what about the people that held that bag? And then people thought it was like if they're looking at a small, look, if you're looking at the 5 year, if you're looking at the 5 year, it looks like this went up and down. It already looks bad. But the all year should let you know this stock went to doo-doo. And it's not good to invest in stocks that do that. They have a tendency of going down over time. That's been around since 1999. Just because it's been around so long doesn't mean it's a great company. Gotta look at the charts. Lucid, LCID, LCID, Lucid. Now, let's look at the all chart. Lucid IPO'd at $10. So, see these ads? Just click them. $10. So if you did happen to catch it at the IPO and you do well, remember to take your profits. Everything's not going to go 200% and all that. But if you do get lucky, hey, all power to you. I would put that money somewhere where it's safer. You could take a portion of that, like 20%, since it was all profits, and now you could gamble with a little bit, but make sure to make the best decisions. because these could go really bad if you get in at the wrong time or if they do the opposite of what you thought it was going to do. So always know the risk of what if this can go really good, and also know the risk of what if this goes really bad. Do you have a plan? Do you have a point where you'll get out if you lose a certain amount of money from your profits? If you get in profits, or what if you just start off and you lose right away? How much are you willing to lose? You know that before you get in and have a plan so that you won't hurt yourself by getting caught with the bag. Because these things can move very fast, these IPOs. Like BlackBerry, BlackBerry cheap, been around for a while, right? Used to have some of the dopest phones. But anyways, we're looking at the all chart again. Holy, whoa. What the? Try not to cuss, y'all. I'm trying to make some better content for y'all. Let's check this out though. Right here, IPO'd. What's that? Oops, vert. Oops. Right there, $2.14. It's 2.69. So you're up if you held it forever. But if you did get out with profits, that would have been pretty good. And remember, these are the worst stocks I would invest in because then it came all crashing down. There goes the middle finger. If it makes a middle finger at you, do not invest in it. Middle finger. Uh, I'm investing in some middle finger companies, but we're gonna go over that later, I promise. Now, let's look at Canopy Growth, CGC. CGC. Boom. Here we go. Right here, IPO'd at 29, no, $24. So $24 in April 2014. You're now down if you held it. Here goes Big Mountain. Big Mountain came crashing down. Fairly new stock. Supposed to be a weed stock. You could have got some money in this, but if you're down, I advise you just get out of it, get into something better. Or you could just leave that there, consider it a loss, build with the best companies so you don't have this type of risk anymore. We'll go over those in a second. I think we went over enough of these, so I showed y'all how to look through them. You could go through these if you want. AMC is one that gets a lot of noise. Be very, very careful of these cheap stocks. They are cheap for a reason. Yes, you can make money. There are people like Chris saying that will help you make money with SoFi or with Riot, but he'll have you buy when the prices are low, not at the highs, okay? And same with DraftKings, Robinhood. You can make money with these stocks, but they're very risky. All right. Now, let's look at some of the best stocks, all right? So, remember the list how we went over Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Well, let's just look at those all time. So all time, this was they had so many splits that it looks like it's only worth pennies when it first started, but it was probably worth more, but the stock split makes it cheaper and cheaper. So that's all that is. But can you imagine those gains though? Let me see. This is just if you got in at 48 cents because some of us was born like some of us are older, some of us are younger, but I was born in 86. So the price in 86 was about 10 cents. It was about 10 cents, 14 cents at the high. So, even at 50 cent, this would have been a 51,000% gain. If you put $100, oh my goodness. So just look what happens if you hold great companies long term. This you wouldn't know in the beginning, the IPO. But as you go on and you start seeing stuff like, did you think Netflix? Some of y'all seem like y'all are able to spot good companies. If you're able to spot them, then all right. But I like profit margins. I like big caps, market caps. I like safe stocks where big hedge funds and banks investments, the single investors park all their money. So let's go into that was Apple. Should we do Microsoft next? Let's do Microsoft. Same thing here. It was like pennies. So if you do want to buy some, you could do some risky stocks, like put 100 in some of those cheap stocks if you believe in them. And if they're new IPOs, whatever, then you could put those away. And that could be for you, that could be for your kids, whatever. But also have some money parked in the best stocks. And I would do most of my money in the best stocks because you'll most likely win if that company's been doing good. Microsoft just keeps doing good and good and good. So, it usually, now if it has a crazy like trade sideways, that's just consolidation for you to buy more and more if you believe in the company. You'll be able to check the BlackRock and Vanguard top holdings when these markets are down. And you'll get to see like what are they holding? The market's been down for like forever. What are they holding? And you could park your money where they put their money because they do whatever's best. They got to invest a lot of money. Now let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia was amazing. Um, Amazing company that just going crazy because it brings tremendous value. They're already sold out of chips that they haven't even finished manufacturing yet. So they are doing very, very well. They produce a lot. They have a lot of business with other big companies. So you could look into that, but Nvidia is taking off, and I would say you could keep buying this and Apple and Microsoft and just hold long term, just keep buying it, buying it. If anything changes, like if Apple ever, like the CEO dies or he retires, you could just sell and put it into something else that you like. But put it into the top companies, like we said. Don't pick one, like under the top 10 rankings. That's kind of crazy. That's risky. But those top three, top two, top five, the top of the top is more safer. All right, so now we could go over those cryptos. Remember, we said the top two was Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin chart right here. This is crazy. They first put it on the chart. I don't know when it really started, but it says $8 in September 11th, August 2011, $11. But look at it now. And just every 4 years, it just like even when it first started, it went crazy. Like it had tremendous gains. So when it first started, it first ran up, boom, but then it had to come down. I wonder if that's 11 months, like I counted from the peak. It's like the best time to invest. If the first cycle, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so that was pretty low. But then 11, 12, 13, 14 was the drop. So I plan on the 11th month that it doesn't make a new all-time high. By the 11th month, I want to put up 25% of what I have and put it in Bitcoin. 25% the next month, 25 the next month, 25 the next month. I'm not trying to hit all the lowest. I'm just trying to catch the bottoms. And then right here, if you could try to catch the bottom, probably won't get these gains. These are like in the thousands, but you'll get some pretty good gains because as we get to the most recent, it probably won't run up as much. Let's see. Let's see the last time. December. Let's say we bought it dipped in 2017. And then you didn't get the bottom here, but boom, you got the top of 2019 before it took off. That's 300% gains. Now, if you did buy it at the bottom, like the 11th month or whatever, that's 900, 1000% gains. So it does matter how low you get in, but you got to try your best. You're not gonna get the very, very bottom. Some people will, and you might be one of those, but it's very, very tough to get the bottom or the very top. So get your money and get out, or get your money and just hold it, because it does continue to make newer highs. So let's go to the beginning. And Bitcoin's number one, so that's where I want you to put most of your money. I want it to be safe. If you learned from me, that way, if you lost money and you didn't do this, then it's your fault. If you didn't hold long enough, like 5, 10 years, and it's always gonna have this cycle. So that if you get caught with it down, you might as well hold to the next run. Let me see. Let's just mark these highs. Horizontal line. So it made a high in April 2013 right here, $258. It ran up, made a high, $1,163. It came back underneath its old high, and then it took off past its all-time high. When it took off past its all-time high, that thing just kept running and running and running. All right. So then we get into this, the next all-time high, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would have been the bottom, but we didn't have the data in the beginning to even know 11. I'm just going off the data now that I got. But so it got to the highs here. This was hard for people to get in. It just started out. I don't blame you for not getting in. But once we broke those new all-time highs, and then we made all-time highs here, boom. And now people thought it was over. Now they got down. If they got in too late and came down, they sold. I advise you to hold it and just keep buying more when it goes down. This is why. Here we go over here. We coming up. Oh, did not get to those highs. It's going down. It's going down. Boom. It came as low as this. What's that? Um, 6,000, oh no, $3,850. $3,850 right there. It's crazy. And then it took off. But it broke the all-time highs over here. And then it continued to make new all-time highs. So then it made a new all-time high. From that all-time high, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It made another all-time high. So we didn't even get, remember, 11 months at a high. And then what's the all-time high here? 69,000. Yeah, 69,000 in November 2021. 69,000. All right. So then we made another all-time high. Now we dropped below one of the previous all-time highs because I already drew that orange line. Blue. But if we count from the peak and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you'll see we're down here at the lows right here of this bull bear market, I mean. Because a bear market is when it's going down. Now it bottomed out though, around that 11th month I'm talking about. And I'm talking about putting my money in here, riding it up, and then selling it. So let's go here now, or we could just hold it. If we got in great prices at one of the bottoms, we could just hold it. We could sell it. We'll have more money, and then we could put it back in when it goes lower. But we got to be disciplined. We got to study every day, and we got to keep up with what's going on. We don't want to miss it. We can't get distracted by anything, you know? So a lot of people set alerts if they have a busy life. All right, so here we go. Now we're over here making new all-time highs again. The all-time high is 103,000. 103,000. So once we get past the 103,000, you know what I'm saying? It's up. So same here with Ethereum. We could clear these drawings because I don't want to confuse y'all, but we could go back when Ethereum started. See, that's why Ethereum's fairly new. It's only showing its chart in 2016. So I don't know the true date it started because you could have bought these before today. It used to be like you have to meet some sketchy people, it looked like, and then they would tell you they're giving you something on a hard drive. You'll have to pull it up on your computer and see if they scammed you or not. But yeah, it was very risky in the beginning, but now it's easier to buy it. You have these apps in your banks and Cash App, easy ways to purchase it now. So if we look here, and I'm 53 minutes, I'm trying to make this video under an hour. I'm sorry, y'all. Boom. All time high. It went all time high here, 14,000. It went new all time high, and now it hasn't reached that yet. But again, this is not this is not one of the old this Bitcoin goes back further. Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin has the highest. Ethereum is second though, y'all. Even though it doesn't date too far back, it still dates far back enough. Because this is young. We want to get in now. We want to hold these long term because it's just the beginning. Yeah, we missed out, but we won't miss out on this. Now, that I showed y'all those, you could look into other coins. That is totally up to you. Now, this is Ian Dunlap. Y'all could go over his most popular videos. Has a million views here. The Kevin Hart one, I guess. The Benner cycle. Yeah, go over that one. Biggest investing lessons of the decade. He leaves these videos for his son, just like if my kids could look at my videos. So they'll see who I was following, what I learned, and they'll learn. Can you buy too hard in the market? So, oh, I miss her. She used to be on the show all the time. I forgot her name. All right, so let's go. Um, all right. The problem with my trades, I don't want people just following me. I want people to follow Ian Dunlap. He's the master at the investing. I only have 5 years experience. I love taking big risks. I have a bad habit of breaking the trading rules. Like I'll hold too long, I'll hold while it's down too much, but then I win big because of that sometimes, but it's very risky. I want you to have a safe strategy before you take risky trades. So once you are growing your account and you have a bigger account to work out, then you could take risk and only use a certain portion, like a small portion for those risks. Like now that I know what Bitcoin is all about, now I'm more experienced, I'm gonna take a big risk the next time it goes down, and I'm gonna park a lot of money in it while it's in the lows, and we're gonna watch it go up together. Because I'm gonna make it public. As long as I'm alive, y'all gonna see my trades. And if I die, y'all gonna see what I left, you know? And I love my friends and family, no matter if I see you every day, if I haven't seen you in years, I want to see everybody do good, you feel me? So this is what it takes. Put in the work and you'll learn more, but you could just do the simple thing and invest long term into the best companies, all right? And that's pretty much it. What's that, 56 minutes? Y'all have a blessed day. Hey, get that money, you feel me?